Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Roberts, and welcome back to Episode 3 of the New Orleans Pelicans My League series here on NBA 2K20. It's Halloween in the NBA as the Pelicans host the 4-0 Denver Nuggets. This is a Denver Nuggets team that is largely intact from last year, about the same, with the only new player being rookie Michael Porter Jr., who sat out all of last year with an injury. This Nuggets team was the number 2 seed in the West last year and made it all the way to the Western Conference semifinals before losing a very close Game 7 to the Portland Trail Blazers. They'll be looking to continue that success into the season and are off to a very good start, sitting at 4-0. Pelicans, on the other hand, they've been trading wins and losses so far as they sit at 2-2 and are coming off a very good game in which they won against the Golden State Warriors. We'll be seeing if they can continue that streak and put together a little streak going as they face the Denver tonight, who will be a very tough opponent, especially with Nikola Jokic, as you see on the screen. Man who oftentimes put triple-doubles left and right last season. He's looking to continue that hot start into 2019-2020 season. So you can see Denver's one of 3 undefeated teams in the West, as long as the Lakers and the Rockets, and New Orleans Pelicans are sitting at 500. We'll see if they can get the hometown crowd behind them tonight as they look to play spoiler and upset the Nuggets win streak going on so far. Paul Millsap and the rest of the Nuggets shaking hands with the Pelicans. Pelicans are in white. Denver is in the colors. And here come the starting lineups. Denver is rolling with Murray, Harris, Michael Porter Jr., Paul Millsap, and Nikola Jokic at the center. We're ready to tip off here in the NBA and get this game started, as it will be Jokic versus Okafor, and Jokic wins the tip. So we are off and running here in New Orleans. Jamal Murray brings the ball up the court. He dishes it over to the wing. Back to Jamal Murray. He's got Lonzo Ball and gets a screen step back jumper, and it's good. So Denver's off to a 2-0 start to start the game. Last game we watched, one of the biggest problems with New Orleans was their defense. Is Toronto was off to get to a hot start. We'll see if they can fix that in the early going this time. Derek Favors pulls up, he misses, so 2-0 Nuggets to begin the game. Nuggets advance the ball up the court, a little drive. Michael Porter Jr. gets inside, misses the layup. And it's rebounded by Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram pushing it forward, dishes it up to ball. Ball stops. Tries to get it in the paint. There's Jahlil Okafor, and he makes it. So Jahlil Okafor getting the start at center today and is able to get the first couple points for the Pelicans up on the board. Nuggets pushing the ball up the court. Nuggets, as we said, 4-0 so far. A good hot start as he hands the ball off to Jamal Murray, who got the first 2 points for the Nuggets in this game. He gets some space in the lane, drives, and is fouled. Gary Harris is another player to watch out for as he put up 16 in a win against Dallas last time out for the Nuggets. As which Jamal Murray gets inside, gets bumped by Ingram, and gets 2 shots there. We'll see if he can capitalize. It is Halloween night, as you can see the Halloween graphic on the screen, so those of you who are trick-or-treating tonight, please be careful. Jamal Murray, first free throw, is swish, so it's 3-2 Nuggets. We'll see if he can get the second one in a minute. Now let's see if he can hit the second one here. And he does. So he converts both of his free throws, and it's Denver up 4-2. Lonzo Ball starting at the point guard tonight. Drew Holiday at the 2 for the Pelicans as they make up the backcourt. As Drew Holiday tries to drive inside, goes around the rim, and he misses the layup. So rebound Nuggets. Nuggets dishing the ball up court fast, pushing a lot of tempo as Jamal Murray stops at the top of the key. Dishes it over to Harris. Harris is guarded. Last game against the Dallas, they had 8 blocks and 5 steals. So the Nuggets' hands were very active last week, and their shooting hands are also very active as they hit another shot in the paint. Gary Harris, as we were just talking about, one of the key players in Denver to watch out for. He's a very solid starting shooting guard, and is very easy to put up points, very quick to put up points. As Lonzo Ball gets inside, dishes out to Jahlil. Jahlil looking to back down Jokic. He gets some success, drop steps in the lane, and he misses the point-blank rebound. Gets it, goes up with it, and he misses again. So 0-for-2 start for Jahlil Okafor right there. Jahlil Okafor, nice solid. We'll see what he can do with New Orleans this season as Jamal Murray pushes the ball up the court. He's being guarded. He's got a little mismatch. He dumps it off in the paint. Millsap guarded by Ingram. Dish out Jokic wide open at the 3, and he hits that. Jokic can hit those threes, so very iffy defense by the Pelicans to start off as they're already down 9-2, and we're not even 3 minutes into this game yet. So another very weak defensive start to the game, something the Pelicans wish to address. As Drew Holiday, though, let's see if he can get the points together like he did in the last game. 42 points against Golden State. As there's a miss in the paint right there. Not by Drew Holiday. As Denver pushes the ball at the court, he's met at the top of the key by Drew. Jokic's got the ball now, working on Okafor. not sure what he wants to do with the ball. He gets a little Jamal Murray coming around on his backside, and Jamal Murray looks like he loses the ball, but they're saying that Jahlil Okafor kind of knocked it out. So we'll stay with Denver as they inbound the ball on New Orleans' side of the court. Denver top of the key. You got Millsap passing out to Harris. Harris quick to pull up the trigger, and he misses, though. But it's a good rebound by Jokic. Right underneath the basket, he's kind of double covered. Somehow gets the pass off his teammates. Porter is blocked, and Harris got the ball now. This is still Denver's ball. There's a lot going on here, a lot of action. New Orleans switching on, and there's a miss. So New Orleans are able to get the ball. So good defense overall. Pass up the ball. Pelicans have not scored in 2.5 minutes. Lonzo Ball looking to change that right here as he gets inside and gets the layup. So good timing for Ball to get rid of that graphic, as it is now 9-4 Denver here in the early going. As Jamal Murray advances the ball up for Denver, looking to get some pace, not really wanting to slow down. He gets inside, little floater, and he misses the floater this time. Gets his rebound on the right side and misses again, but that's another rebound for Jokic. Jokic is already active on the boards early on. Favors guarded, and they're a good rip by the New Orleans right there as Brandon Ingram comes with the ball. He's very good with the ball as he just drives right inside, blows right past his man, and gets a layup. Brandon Ingram is a very good ball handler. Don't be surprised to see him get the rebound and just immediately advance the ball up the court, as both teams kind of off to a little slow shooting start, as we have a foul now, a little reach-in foul by Jrue Holiday on Jamal Murray. So not a shooting foul, so Denver will keep the possession of the ball. Jamal Murray, Alonzo Ball now, as Ball is the starting point guard tonight. Gets a screen, tries to go left, not much there, so he dishes it out to the wing. Porter being guarded by Ingram, a good solid young battle to watch right there. Jamal Murray 7 for 15 shooting, and they're winning as Dallas. So he's a very prolific scorer, as he is blocked, though, by Lonzo Ball. A good lengthy Lonzo Ball getting an early block. As he gets the ball to the court, gets some space in the lane, drives, and is fouled. So Lonzo Ball will go to the line to shoot 2 in the early going. Lonzo Ball is very good at getting to the line, just has not been good at the line this season. He is averaging 10.2 points per game. So he's averaging double-digit points this year, something he was close to last year, as he makes the first free throw. Let's see if Lonzo Ball can go 2 for 2 at the line as everybody's quiet. And he got it. So Lonzo Ball hits both of his free throws in the early going. That's good to see, as the Pelicans have dribbled the lead down to 1. Denver advances the ball up the court. Jamal Murray trying to work on Lonzo, crossing him over, trying to get inside. Good defense by Lonzo. He has to give the ball over to Jokic, who's kind of open from 3, and that's a in and out. So hit that shot a couple minutes ago, not able to get it to go there, as Jrue Holiday pushes the ball up the court and dishes it inside. So Okafor dishes it out to Ingram. Ingram gets a screen, gets left wide open, so he pulls up for the 3, and he's able to nail that. So now the Pelicans take the lead 11-9. Good shot by Ingram to push the lead ahead for the Pelicans. Let's see if Murray can get something going now. He dishes it over to Jokic as he rolls right past Okafor and is able to get an easy layup. So a good entry dish by Jamal Murray, good finish by Jokic. Jahlil Okafor is going to have his hands full in this game playing against Denver's big man. Brandon Ingram brings the ball to the court, wants a high screen, gets past his man, decides to pull up. No, he dishes it out to Okafor, and Okafor misses. But there's Favors down low. Favors getting rebound, tries to go back up with it, and puts it in. So Derek Favors getting down and dirty on the boards right there as he pushes the lead back up to 2. Jamal Murray now with the ball, advances the ball up the court. Ball's waiting for him. I think he's trying to give it to Jokic. Jokic now comes out, sets a screen, gives Murray a lot of space. Now he dishes it back up the ties. Harris, and he can't leave him open for 3, as he will drill that one and give the Nuggets a 1-point lead now here in the halfway through the first quarter. Ball pushing it up the court, waiting for something to happen. Dishes it out to Favors. He's getting a screen by Ingram. Favors decides to pull up now and misses, rattles in and out. So very interesting possession by the Pelicans, as Jamal Murray's not got the ball. He's met by Lonzo at the top. Lonzo guarding Jamal, not wanting him to pull. Dish into the big man Jokic, who's got Ingram on him. He's got his back to him, and he misses. Good rebound. Good rebound by New Orleans, as Jahlil Okafor with a very far pass, and that ball is going to be swatted out of bounds. We take a quick break. Welcome back, everybody, later in the first quarter, as Lonzo's ball is at the line. He makes his free throw. Pelicans are now up 20-16 with 3:52 to go in the frame. It's been kind of a lot of the same neck-and-neck plays. The Pelicans haven't been able to get too far in front, but have been able to maintain a lead over the Nuggets. Little Morris getting picked right, goes inside at the rim, goes up for a little shot, and he misses. Jackson Hayes with the rebound. Lonzo Ball's got the ball now as he pushes the basketball up the court. It's just kind of fun to say. Lonzo getting big man crossing over, dishes it to Melly. Melly trying to back down, gets completely stonewalled. Has to dish it out with Etuan Moore. 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Calls for a screen. Can't drive, drives over to Hayes. Hayes to Melly for three, and swish by Melly. Nicolo showing off some range with the three-pointer as the time clock expired. Pelicans go up by 7. Denver now with the ball up the court. Here comes Morris. He tries to drive on Lonzo, gets met, and Lonzo a good defense. Lonzo starting to heat up as he has the ball now. Dribbles it up the court. Tries to get inside, does get inside successfully, and throws down the two-handed jam. Lonzo, 11 points already in this game. 4 for 4 shooting with 1 rebound and 1 block. And just like that, the Nuggets are going to have to call time out as the Pelicans have erupted. 9-point lead now, finally starting to make some separation. And we're going to fast forward to the end of the first quarter now. Pelicans up 29-24 over Denver. Got a 5-point lead, off to a nice shooting start. And we'll see if they can keep that up as we move up into the second quarter. We're going to jump back into this game a little later in the second quarter as New Orleans has now exploded for a 13-point lead. So New Orleans extending their lead. Lonzo Ball at the free throw line again with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go. And he misses the free throw. So the Denver now has the ball. As you can see, they're trying to push the ball up the court quick. Out to the wing pass. J.J. Redick guarding Malik Beasley. Beasley tries to drive aside, loses the ball. And ball dishes up the court. Y1 Moore, the quick pull, and there's a quick two. That's the kind of shooting performance we have seen from New Orleans so far, and as they have 10 assists already in this game, averaging 25.5 on the season. Very good assist passing team as Denver gets aside. Could have been an and one right there. Good play by Denver as he got kind of knocked on the head. As you can see, Pelicans shooting 49%. Denver only shooting 36%. So that's why the New Orleans has a 13-point lead as we wind down the second quarter. J.J. Redick at the top of the key gives it back to Y1 Moore. 2 good three-point shooters. Calls for a screen. Dishes it inside. Melly misses at the rim. Rebound Denver. Morris pushing off the court. Monty trying to move it left, moving back right. Kind of got the defender kind of not know which way he's going to go. Calls for a screen right, though. Nice pick by That was Plumlee. Plumlee gets a nice layup to go, too. So that was a very good play by Plumlee right there to cause the screen and get the 2 points as they whittle it down to 11 with 1 minute to go. Lonzo Ball moves left, dishes it over to JJ. JJ back to Lonzo. Lonzo's got some space. The defender's airing him to shoot, and so he steps in a little bit, then shoots, and he misses. So Lonzo's jump shot not the reliable in that case as Denver has the ball. They're pushing it up the court. Here comes Malik Beasley, dribbles it right back out, pulls up, and nails it. So a good play by Malik to hit the three as that pushes it within single digits as the second quarter winds down. Lonzo moving the ball up the court, calls for a play. Y1 Moore, the quick shot. Looks like they're trying to go for a quick 2 possession. Weren't able to make it. Might not have had enough time for themselves. So Nuggets, though, might give him another chance as he is fouled going up. J.J. Redick with the foul. And that'll be 2 free throws for the Nuggets. Let's see if they can move it within 6 points before the quarter ends. And the first free throw is good. So first free throw is through the hoop for Malik Beasley as we got some subs for the Pelicans. Alvin Gentry sent in a couple players as the quarter runs down. Looks like he wants Josh Hart and Brandon Ingram on the floor. Malik Beasley with his second free throw, and he will hit it. So just like that, 6-point game for New Orleans with 18 seconds to go. More than likely will hold to the last shot as Josh Hart walks the ball up the court kind of slowly. He's going to dribble it out. 10 seconds to go, and now he calls for a screen. Goes right, gets past his man, goes up at the rim. Could have been fouled, misses though. Quick rebound by New Orleans and will not be able to hit it as time expires. So just like that, New Orleans goes into the half with a 6-point lead as Denver was able to cut it before the break as it is now 58-52 New Orleans going into the second half. It's been a pretty contested game so far here in New Orleans as Pelicans were able to get out to a pretty sizable lead. But Denver did a very good job at cutting into that, showing why they're such a resilient team, why they were the number 2 seed in the West last year. Pelicans looking to prove themselves here in the second half. They're shooting the ball really well, playing some pretty solid defense, giving up 52 points in the first half. So we'll see if New Orleans can continue that going here in the second half behind the play of Lonzo Ball and their young core they have, as we can see the shooting percentages right here. 44 for New Orleans, not the best. Denver shooting 39, so pretty even as we go into the start of the second half. New Orleans has the ball here. Lonzo's still starting at point guard as he brings the ball to the court. We have Lonzo, Drew, Jaleel, Ingram, and Favors, the starting five out there for the Pelicans. And look at Lonzo ball as the ball got some space on the line as he drives in his side. Drew looking to pull. Ingram out on the wing, calls for a screen. He gets some space, drives inside, kind of pulls up, misses a fall-away shot. Good rebound by Favors, though, to get inside. Jaleel tried to go up with it. He got kind of swatted back in the face by Jokic. Drew now on the wing, trying to dish it back out to Ingram over the ball. Ball kind of calling for a screen. Favors coming. Ball gets by his man, goes over Jokic, and misses the layup. That would have been a very nice move by Ball if you were to get it to go. As here comes the ball up the court. Plumlee guarded by Lonzo. That's a mismatch you might want to take care of. Instead, Mason's dishes inside to Jokic. He's got Ingram on dishes it outside. Jaleel on the top of the key playing defense, and that ball is unable to go for Denver. Lonzo is pushing the ball quick up the court. Decides to pull it back, try to get some movement, get some offense. Stetton, here comes, give it right back to Ball. Ball calls for a screen. Decides to go right, got some space. Drew on the wing now. Drew calls for a screen. Drew pulls, and Drew makes. So good play by Drew Holiday to cut the points on the board. Drew Holiday averaging 22.3 points per game here in the early going, as he had a very good game, as we saw earlier against Golden State in the last episode. Denver with a quick answer, though. Paul Millsap about the free throw line hits a jumper, and Lonzo bringing the ball up the court again for New Orleans, looking to call a play at the top of the key. Some movement. Drew Holiday comes out to the top. He gets the ball. Drew Holiday gets ripped. Fumble for the ball. Drew Holiday tries to go get it, and he gets in the backcourt. He's got 7 seconds to go to bring up the court and shoot a shot. Drives it up. Dishes it inside. Jaleel has to fall away. Tries to get Melly in the air. Kind of take it too long. Yep, that's exactly what it'll be. Shot clock violation on the Pelicans, as Jaleel was unable to get the shot over the big man. Drew Holiday, another look at him. Last season, he was averaging 21.2 points per game and 7.7 assists. So he's on track in the points category for that in this year already. So off to a good start. As here comes Jamal Murray. Signed a big contract extension this offseason to be a part of Denver for the foreseeable future. He's got Lonzo on him. He calls for a screen from his big man. He gets inside. He's got some separation, but he misses the jump shot. Drew Holiday with the rebound. He's going to push it. And here he goes, trying to get right past his man. He's able to do it. He dishes it off, though, and he gets unable at the rim as Favors, as the Denver gets the ball on the rebound. Denver pushing it up the court. Jamal trying to get past Lonzo, kind of succeeds. He goes for the follow-away shot, hand in his face, but somehow gets it to go as he trims it within 4. Jamal Murray's got a good season so far. He's averaging 23.3 points per game in the early going. So guards dominant for both these teams as they are fueling them. Lonzo Ball being dared to take another jumper. Say tries to get inside. He misses the layup with the left hand. Rebound by Plumlee. Plumlee dishes it up the court to Harris. Harris got Drew Holiday all over him. He tries to bring it right back out. Calls for a screen. Gets it, but Drew Holiday, good job getting through it. Good move, though, but Harris dishes it out. Dishes Jamal Murray coming across. He's got Jahlil Okafor now on him with 4 seconds to go. He calls for screen. They want to switch. Jokic, though, he's got to shoot. Big man jumping too early, and Jokic got a clean look. Cuts this lead to 2. Nuggets are right back in this one to start the second half, as here comes Lonzo trying to get something going. Big man Favors calling for it. Favors trying to back down Paul Millsap. 2 veterans going at it. Gets some help. Dishes it up to Drew. Drew pulls a deep 3. Unable to get that one to go. And here comes Jamal as he's got a chance to put a tie and take the lead for Denver. Gary Harris met, and he's trying to dribble, wait for his team to come up. Gary Harris, he gets kind of poked away there by Ingram. Ingram's trying to go find his man, though. Gary Harris still got Drew all over him, the former second-team defensive man, playing very good defense on Jamal, and he forces a bad shot. Here comes Brandon Ingram with the rebound, pushing up the court. Tries to cross his man over Jokic, or Plumlee, though, right there. Calls it a rip, and Drew Holiday trying to pull for 3 to make up for it. He misses, and here comes the Nuggets. Now Plumlee bringing the ball up the court. Plumlee is met by Drew Holiday. That's kind of a mismatch, and he is fouled. So Drew Holiday could not stop the big Mason Plumlee coming at him. And now Mason will shoot 2 from the line. As we can see this play again, he's just driving, got a little guy on him, tries to take it to him. Drew Holiday looks like he tries to go for the tie-up, but gets some of Mason Plumlee, and he will shoot 2. First free throw is good. So just like that, is only a 1-point game now as Michael Porter Jr. subs in for Paul Millsap. And we'll see if Mason can make the second one in a second. And here we go. Looks like no subs for New Orleans. Here comes Mason, and he will miss it. So Pelicans holding on to a 1-point lead. Ingram decides to bring the ball up the court this time. He's met at the top of the key, calls for a quick screen, gets a little bit of separation. He's going to pull instead, misses the shot. Lonzo going for the putback as he can't get all the ball, though. Jokic decides to bring the ball up court. He is met by Favors. Back to Jamal Murray. He's got ball on him now. Jamal trying to shake him and gets inside, gets over to the layup, and he makes it. So just like that, Denver has a lead, and it is the New Orleans calling a timeout. Let's see if they can regroup and control this Denver flurry. And just like that, that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Denver has the lead now, something we would not see go in the first half, but Denver has come out hot. New Orleans has come out cold, and Denver is going to go into the fourth quarter with an 81-78 point lead here in New Orleans. Pelicans got one more quarter in order to bring this into a W, and the Nuggets start the quarter off with the ball. Here comes Barton walking the ball up the court. Will Barton on the top of the key. He is guarded. Here comes Murray on the swing, and he misses the three. That would have been a very good start to the game, or a quarter for the Nuggets. Etuan Moore brings the ball up the court. Etuan met at the top. Got some space out. Dishes over to Redick. As Murray, Barton, Grant, Porter Jr., and Millsap are on the court for the Nuggets. And there's a shot by the Pelicans. Misses it. Favors the rebound. Favors with a miss. Favors the rebound again, though. Dishes out to Redick. Redick is wide open for three, and he will hit that. So just like that, the Pelicans have tied the game. Keep your distance trophy. Good job, Pelicans, getting the trophy. As it is a tie ball game. Just like that again. The Nuggets trying to get this win. Trying to stay undefeated to start the year. And here comes Millsap, guarded by Okafor. Looks like he's waiting on somebody to make a move. Now he starts to drive. Gets inside. Gets kind of hit hard. He misses, but the follow-up, not good by the Nuggets. Here comes Etuan. Etuan bringing the ball up the court again. Looking for some movement. Looking to try to get some space. He decides to slow it down a little bit. Trying to wait on some movement. Looks like Okafor wants the ball. That's not who he wants to go to, but here comes Redick off a screen. Redick not getting the ball. Okafor instead getting the ball, but he will make the jump shot, so everything is all good. Pelicans take a 2-point lead, and they are back on top in this one. Pelicans not trying to blow a 15-point lead they had in the second quarter. And Nuggets, here comes the ball. Michael Porter Jr. getting it. The second-year player, he's playing his rookie season, and he misses that shot. So here he comes, J.J. Redick with a rebound. J.J. Redick pushing the ball up the floor. He's looking to stop and pop. Instead, he gives it over to Okafor, who gives it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart getting a screen, tries to drive right, dishes it off to Favors, get a couple men in the air, tries to give it across to Okafor. Okafor is fouled. It goes up and gets fouled. So Okafor will shoot 2 from the line. Okafor, not the best free throw shooter either, so we'll see if he can take advantage of his 2 shots. As you can see, he gets kind of hit on the arm here, unable to get 3-point play. First free throw is a miss, and hopefully he will be able to hit the second one as some substitutions come in for the Nuggets and the Pelicans. As we saw Gary Harris and Mason Plumlee come in for Denver. And on the Pelicans, it looks like they're going to sub in Lonzo, Drew, and Ingram. So fresh 1, 2, 3 with the backcourt staying the same. Okafor trying to hit the first free throw of 2, and he does. So he's got one of the 2, and the Nuggets are only behind by 3 now. Jamal Murray's back in the game. Jamal Murray bringing it up the court. Met at the top of the key. Looks like he's trying to shake inside. No, he gives it off to Millsap. Millsap gives it back to Murray, very close to half court, as Murray just trying to find some separation. You can tell he's trying to drive, and he successfully gets past the defender there, but he misses the layup. Lonzo, good recovery, and he's going to push it all the way to the court. Nobody's there to meet him in the paint. He's just going to dunk that one home again. So Lonzo, very fast to the ball. Nobody back in time, and he gets an easy dunk, and Lonzo has played very well this game. So that's good to see from Lonzo, the former number 2 overall pick, trying to show that he is not a bust. He is here to stay in New Orleans, which is no L.A. anymore. And there's more good defense. Again, he gets the rebound again. He's trying to push it the pace again. He gets dishes out. Holiday, swish. So it looks like the Pelicans are off to a 7-point lead now to start this quarter. So the opposite of the third as the Pelicans come out firing on all cylinders. And we are later in the fourth quarter. They're still up by 12. We're going to get a player of the game for Lonzo Ball. I couldn't agree more. 19 points, 8 for 15 shooting. Just a very good night for Lonzo. And we'll see if New Orleans can close this one out. They got 4 minutes to go, up by 12. Lonzo at the top of the key, dribbling the ball around. Gives it to Drew. Drew Holiday trying to make something happen. Gives it back to Ball. Drew is getting a screen right, but they're going to dish it to Okafor at the top. He's going to give it to Favors. He's going to give it back to Okafor. Time run down, 2 seconds to go. He gets kind of stripped. Drew Holiday's got to put up a shot. Did not get it off in time. It didn't make it, however, anyway. So Denver will have the ball now to go with 3:40 to go in the game. And Barton will come out of the game. And in will come Monty Morris. So kind of interesting they don't have Jamal Murray on the court. He is healthy, so nothing happened in the break. Gary Harris has the ball. He's guarded by Drew. Gives it up to Monty. He's got Lonzo on him. Lonzo looks like he's getting screened to left. Goes under it, though. Monty Morris trying to drive inside. He loses the ball. Okafor picks it up. Gives it to Lonzo. Lonzo dish all the way up the court. A little too aggressive as he whips that one out of bounds. So Lonzo trying to do a little too much right there. Still got 3:20 left in the go, so it's okay to slow it down with a 12-point lead as Monty Morris takes the inbounds pass. He's going to dribble the ball up the court. Lonzo's there waiting for him. And Monty driving around seeing what he can find. Jokic is open. Jokic misses the jumper, though. Rebound by Drew. Drew's going to push the pace, and he's got some separation. He dribbles it right back out, though, trying to wear down some of this clock. And screen right. He gets inside and misses. Good rebound, Okafor. The Okafor goes right back up with it, but he misses that one. It's still a 12-point game with less than 3 to go. Let's see if the Nuggets can do something. They whip it over. Monty Morris in the paint. Got to make that one as he misses. Lonzo ball with the rebound. Another rebound for Lonzo as he's going to slowly dribble the ball up the court. 2.5 to go. Looks like this game's starting to meet its end as Nuggets' chances are whittling down. Favors just going to pull up. Got time, and he makes it. That's a very good shot by Favors to make. He's got 10 points now in the game. And looks like 14 to go. 14 points with 2 to go. And Nuggets just trying to stay in this one. Monty trying to drive inside. He gets ripped by ball. He's dribbling up the court now. He's just so fast. He gets right inside. He is fouled. And that's just going to be the end of this one. The Pelicans win it. And they improve to 3-2. Nuggets lose their first game as Pelicans win it 107-96. It's a very good win at home for New Orleans. Shows that they still can compete. They're not going to be a 500 team. They're willing to knock off the best in this game, as we will take a look at the stats shortly. Lonzo, obviously player of the game for New Orleans, and we'll take a look at the stats now. Lonzo Ball leading the way for New Orleans with a whopping 21 points. Brandon Ingram following behind him. Etuan Moore played really well as well. Drew Holiday only had 13 points this game. A little slow for him. JJ with 11. Derek Favors 21 rebounds, getting a lot of boards in this game. Okafor had 14 on his own. New Orleans definitely killed Denver on the glass. As you can see, a couple of the other players see where minutes and game points and rebounds that they got. Turns to the Nuggets. Gary Harris leading the way for the Nuggets, followed by Jamal Murray. Double-double for Nikola Jokic. Only 14 points for him. Pelicans did a good job overall keeping him at bay. We see Malik Beasley, Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., the rookie, got 11. Paul Millsap, 7. A lot of underperforming score outputs by a lot of these Denver Nuggets. So it was a very good game all around by the New Orleans Pelicans as they move up to 3-2 in the standings. And we look at some of the news around. We see something interesting. Jahlil Okafor is going to test free agency, he says. Clearly, this isn't a good fit. I'm going to be playing elsewhere. So that's not a good look for the New Orleans Pelicans as we simulate into our next game. And we beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's 3 in a row for New Orleans as they are now 4-2. Chris Paul leading the way for Oklahoma City. Had double-double with 10 assists, followed by Dennis Schroeder. And we see Carmelo Anthony up there. Brandon Ingram was the leading scorer for our New Orleans Pelicans with a nice 27-point game, followed by Jahlil, who just said he wants to test free agency. We get into the next game against the Nets, and our winning streak continues as we knock off the Brooklyn Nets as well. Brooklyn Nets sitting at about 500. Kyrie leading the way for Brooklyn with 27 points, followed by Spencer Dinwiddie with 20. J.J. Redick leading the way for New Orleans, knocked down 4 for 10 from the 3, went 23 points. So good to see the Pelicans on a nice little winning streak to start off the season. But we see Golden State, another game to look at. Stephen Curry put up 55 points against Portland. Stephen Curry has been lights out to start the year. He is averaging a crazy amount of points, and he's played very well. So we go into our next game. We're playing Toronto, and our winning streak is snapped as we are now 0 for 2 on the year against Toronto, 91-112. Toronto had a very solid game this time, coming to our court to win. We were led by Drew Holiday, while Toronto was led by Marc Gasol. Fred VanVleet right behind him with 21. Kyle Lowry with 17. A good all-around solid effort by Toronto. That's what they're kind of showing this year. Pelicans may have a big hole to fill as Josh Hart now also wants to test free agency. So Josh Hart just wants to test. He's not saying he won't come back, but Josh also wants to test. So this is kind of a scary trend as we go into the second game of a back-to-back and lose to the Charlotte Hornets, a game you would kind of expect us to win. Charlotte playing a little better than we thought they were this year. They win 122-118, as you can see. The Pelicans blowing a fourth quarter lead. That's been kind of a trend so far. We've blown these late leads, giving us some losses as we should have beat the Hornets. And another player saying he doesn't want to come back, Brandon Ingram. There is no way I'm re-signing with this team. So that is kind of very interesting to see. Hopefully that is kind of scary. Not sure if it's an Alvin Gentry thing, as we see Jason Tatum wants to test this summer out of Boston. So back kind of what I was just saying, Alvin Gentry, I'm not sure if he's losing the locker room, even though we're off to a pretty decent 500 start. So it is kind of scary to see. Hopefully that doesn't destroy us this summer as we go into the next game against the undefeated Rockets. And we drop this one as well. So after a long winning streak, we're now on a 3-game losing streak. As you can see, losing this game late as well, outscored by 12 points in the fourth quarter and lose by 3. So it's kind of another late blowout, or not late loss to the Houston Rockets. And another game, look at this, Steph Curry putting up 62 points. Steph Curry has been on fire to start the year. And Donovan Mitchell also saying he wants to test free agency this summer. So there's a couple of names out there who's saying they're going to test. Major props to King James. He had a triple-double also on this day, as the Lakers are undefeated. Look at that, 31 points, 11 rebounds, 15 assists. Lakers have been on fire. New Orleans Pelicans move on against the Los Angeles Clippers. We drop this game as well. So that's 4 straight games in a row as that drops us below 500. Outscored by 14 points in the final quarter. This time it didn't lead to, it wasn't the reason why we lost, but it was the reason why we got blown out. As Kawhi Leonard, the Claw, put up 47 points against us at his new home. Last game we're going to sim in this episode, we play the Miami Heat. We dropped that one as well. So we're on a 5-game losing streak, which is kind of depressing after a nice long winning streak. Sitting at 5-7. Jimmy Butler putting up 24 against us. As we see, we lose by 1 point, and we were outscored by 1 point in the fourth quarter. So these fourth quarter blowouts have been hurting us. Another news around the league, Boston's Kimbo Walker set a club record for threes, hitting 3 in a game. So good to see Kimbo getting some work and in his new squad. In the next game, we'll be playing home against the Golden State Warriors, the defending West champs. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave comments down below, like and subscribe to the video. And if there's any feedback you got, I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.